Hey, what's going on, everyone? How's everyone doing today? In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Raptgo Hook X. I'm not going to talk too much about the build cable and fit because it's pretty decent. Very light, good cable, and the fit is decent. The build looks solid. And then it comes with this terminator and a bunch of ear tips, so you just screw whichever connector you want, 3.5, 2.5, and I believe the balance connector. So let's start off with the sound. So before I get into the sound, I am going to point out this IEM does have some channel imbalance issues, and I was listening to my favorite songs and I noticed it right away. Basically what channel imbalance is the left part of the speaker, the left IEM, it has more treble than the right one. So this usually happens when the drivers aren't closely matched or they didn't do enough research and development. So it does have that issue. So when you listen to some sharp sounds, the left earpiece is going to have more treble than the right earpiece. And it's not noticeable on every song, but on a few songs, it's so apparent that it threw me off. Like, it throws the sound off because you pick it up pretty easily when you listen to airy songs. The left side has more treble than the right side. And for this price point, it's slightly unacceptable because if you get the ER2 SE, ER4 SR, even the C Audio Yume, they don't have those channel imbalance issues. But with this, it's quite apparent it has those issues. So I do wish you guys should keep that in mind. It doesn't happen on every song, but more airy songs, it's very noticeable. So that's slightly unacceptable. And I'm kind of disappointed it has some channel imbalance issues. So maybe the quality control on this product is a little questionable. And I do wish it was better because the 7Hz timeless didn't have this issue. And I don't think the S12 had that issue from the reviews I saw. But this IEM does have that. So I got the rant out of the way. Now let's talk about the bass. So the bass is really good on these. It's textured really well. It goes almost to the lowest octaves, not completely, but it's enough bass. It is boomier, so it's very full sounding. It covers every octave pretty well. I do wish it was separated better and it was tighter and not more up front. So on some IEMs, the bass is like comes at you from a distance, where this one it's more forward, the bass, which causes it to become a little boomy. So not bad at all. The bass is pretty good. I didn't have that many issues. It sounds very full and engaging. If you listen to songs with kick drums that have those type of punch in them, this IEM does a really decent job. But I think it would benefit if it was slightly pulled back and was a little tighter. So this IEM has a bone conduction driver. So that you could definitely tell because it's very full. It's very close to your ear and it punches pretty deep. And then this also has a piezo electric driver, which takes care of the treble. So I think that piezo electric tweeter in here isn't balanced properly between the left set and the right set, which causes those issues. So I do wish the driver matching was a little better and the quality control was better on this IEM. Because I feel like some of these manufacturers are just pushing products out without even listening to them for themselves. So I don't know how this passed the quality control stage. And then the mid-range is very nice. It has a warm tilt to it. It almost sounds very analog. And it would benefit if there was some more energy in the 3 to 5K hertz region, because it is slightly pulled downwards. So it's going to have a very soft tonality. The upper mid-range does lack a bit of bite when you listen to voices, because it sounds a little smoothed over because there's not as much energy in those regions. And other than that, the mid-range is good. You hear the layers in a nice manner. It's not exceptional by any means. It's decent. But for this price point, I do wish it was a little better, because the separation could be in your head sometimes on more busy tracks, but on other tracks it could be nicely layered. So it is picky on the type of song you're listening to. And then now on to the highs. I already complained about this IEM, but the top end, it's not balanced. I already explained this, but I'll explain it again. So when you listen to airy songs, the left driver is going to have more treble than the right driver. But then on tracks that don't have that issue with this IEM, the treble is very airy. It almost sounds like an EST pair on certain songs, because the treble is very, very airy and it extends all the way and it's smooth. But then on other tracks, the treble could sound sharp, and the left side could have more treble than the right side. So I do wish that issue wasn't there. But other than that, the treble is really airy. It extends all the way. It doesn't sound like a balanced armature set. It sounds kind of like an EST in the treble. And when you listen to instruments and voices, it could sound a little warm. So I would say this is a pretty laid back IEM. It doesn't sound harsh or fatiguing at all. Unless if you listen to songs that have a lot of treble energy, this might not perform well because of that issue I mentioned. Other than that, it doesn't do that many things wrong. And then the soundstage is decent. Sometimes it's a little outside of your head. And other times it could be a little close to you. So maybe it's track dependent. And the imaging, I think it sounds about right for the price, the soundstage and imaging. I didn't have that many issues. Yeah, pretty good. So the only complaint I actually have is I wish their left and right channel was matched better. Because like I said, the 7 Hz timeless didn't have that issue. The C Audio Yume doesn't have that issue. One of my favorite IEMs. And then maybe, I don't know, this is just a theory, but because it's a piezoelectric IEM, maybe it needs to go through a few more reiterations. And hopefully the next one is better. So overall, I kind of recommend it. But then again, I wouldn't recommend it because of the quality control issues. I already saw some people had some QC issues with this product. So this is just like a fair warning. Before you buy this set, make sure that you keep that in mind, because it's not perfect in terms of the quality control and channel balance. So hopefully you guys found this helpful, and it's important that people bring these things up, because some of these brands are just trying to push as many products out without making sure they're perfect. That's why I do like brands that take their time and slowly release their products. So yeah, have a great day everyone. Hopefully this was useful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.